Hi everyone. Today I'm going to try something a little different, so you should let me know what you think. This video does not have a definitive conclusion at the end of it. It's not a class that I wish to share some inspirational Torah thought or life lesson or anything that I've learned. Instead, I want to share with you a story, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and your similar experiences and what you think about what I have to say. So this is a story about what happened to me this weekend and that I've been thinking about it ever since. My husband and I are very lucky to belong to a beautiful community filled with many different types of Jews. The shul that we go to, the synagogue that we go to, is primarily modern Orthodox or Orthodox. So we actually don't really fit into the general crowd that goes there, but we still love going there. The wonderful thing about this synagogue is that it attracts people from all different kinds of streams of Judaism, as well as non-Jews as well. And the wonderful thing is that both my husband and I can offer everything that we have to give to this community, and they accept it with open arms. So it's really wonderful. At our synagogue, usually when they have a bar or bat mitzvah for someone, this event will attract people from different denominations of Judaism. And such was the case this weekend. Usually when they have a bar mitzvah, it's very crowded and there's lots of people, new people don't know where to go, people are very excited. A lot of people have never ever been to a synagogue before, so there's lots of excitement and the main sanctuary is completely filled with people. So such was the case this weekend. It was obvious that this family has different types of Jews within it, as well as different kinds of religions, non-Jews, conservative, reform, whatever you could want was in our shul this weekend, and that was lovely. So usually when an event like this happens, I actually personally don't like praying in shul. I know, that's kind of weird, but I personally feel that my connection with the infinite is something intimate, and I don't want to be doing it in front of people. I actually feel kind of self-conscious when other people are around me. For things like Kabbalat Shabbat or dancing and singing and doing all those other things, then yes, I love being with other people. But for actual prayer and personal introspection, I like to do that on my own. So usually I will go with my husband to shul and I will pray on my own in another room, and then I'll spend my time in the library talking to people, reading, learning, doing other stuff. When an event like a bar mitzvah happens at our shul, I definitely like to stay near the front entrance because there are tons of people walking in and they have no idea where to go, no idea what to do, no idea what's going on, and I usually like to be there to help explain to people what's going on, and I really find that it helps. So this weekend, as I said, there were a lot of people there, and there was this one woman who I was sitting in the library, and she came in and we made tea together, we kind of talked for a bit. Anyway, I was wearing my usual head wrap, which obviously shows that I'm a very observant Orthodox Jew. And this woman she was quite a bit older than me. She was wearing a sparkly black little kippah on the back of her head. So it was obvious that she and I were from very different denominations of Judaism. But still, she was beautiful. She was a beautiful woman, and we talked, we kept the conversation light, but we kept smiling at each other. And there was this kind of knowing smile that we kept giving to each other. And I can't really begin to explain what was so significant about speaking to this woman. There was also sadness about this experience, because I really tried to talk with her and connect her and love her, but there was something blocking us. There was something about what we were wearing on our heads that just simply we could not cross that bridge. And we kept talking about how she knew the bar mitzvah boy and how she was doing and the weather and everything, but there was something really, really, maybe it was blocking just me, but I really felt it was blocking her as well. And I got the distinct feeling, and maybe I'm reading into things too much, I got the distinct feeling that maybe this woman had been mistreated by Orthodox Jews in the past, and maybe this was what was stopping her from really talking to me. Anyway, at the end of the conversation, she just kind of stared at me with this sad smile on her face. And I returned the sad smile, and I can't stop thinking about this woman. I really liked her. So, and then she left. And I was just left with this feeling like, maybe I didn't do enough, maybe I did too much, maybe I was too friendly, maybe I should have been less friendly. I don't know. It felt like there was something missing. So I've been thinking about this ever since. And I'm just wondering if anyone else has had an experience like this, where your external clothing has just, you know that there's something infinite within this other person. You know that, yet something about what they're wearing is blocking you from really, really connecting to that person, no matter how much you want to. So this is what happened to me this weekend. It got me thinking about another experience we had on Friday night on Shabbat dinner. And this is kind of, I guess, my conclusion to this whole conundrum in my mind, but I still don't have an answer. Anyway, Friday night was Tu B'Shvat, which is the celebration of the trees in Judaism. We don't, in America, celebrate this holiday very actively. Well, my husband and I do. We actually go crazy compared to normal standards. But most of our community, they don't do anything because it's not really a Jewish law, anything that you have to do on this holiday. However, we like to get 30 varieties of fruit. I think we actually had over 37 this time. Eat lots of fruit. We have a whole Seder with 4 glasses of wine, lots of discussion. Anyway, the conclusion of this Seder is that we eat this fruit that we have to take the peel off. And we recognize that this taking of the peel off the fruit is something that we have to do in this world. This world is not about the fruit, like, it's not about a fig that you can just eat in one bite and get into it right away. This world is about taking off the coverings that the infinite has put on certain things, the limits, in order to reveal the infinite light within everything in this world. So there's something very, very tactile and visual about doing this actively with a fruit. And I love Tu B'Shvat. And by the time you're on your 3rd glass of wine and you're peeling off that peel from the fruit, you really, really get it because there's a physical action involved. And it's not just philosophical talk. So I really love Tu B'Shvat. Anyway, this year I found a pomelo. Now, if those of you don't know what a pomelo is, it's basically like a giant grapefruit. I found a pomelo at our local Asian grocery store, and they have the weirdest fruit there, so it was perfect for Tu B'Shvat. So I found this pomelo, and it was larger than our cat. It was really bigger than my head, and those of you that were at my table on Tu B'Shvat, you can totally confirm what I'm saying. It was massive. This pomelo was huge. And in order to peel a pomelo, the pomelo's skin is very, very thick. Extremely thick, like I'd say about this thick. And you have to, really rip it and go into it. Anyway, it actually took the whole table of Shabbat guests in order to peel this pomelo. Because once you've peeled one bit of it off, your hands get tired. So we had to pass around the pomelo, and it was a real communal effort. And I'm really glad that we saved it to our last fruit, because there's a lesson, I think, from this, is that we all need to do our own individual things. We need to reveal our own individual light in this world. But in the end, we need to work together. We really need to work together and peel the fruit together. And I think this relates to this woman, is that we have to all make a communal effort to connect to each other. And just she and I in that room wasn't enough. It wasn't enough at that time to really make a real connection. It takes a whole community to try to connect with another whole community. It takes all of us to learn and work together. And it also made me start thinking about this website that I'm trying to run. And really, the fact is, this is not something that would be possible if I was doing it on my own. This is only possible because of the encouragement that I get from my husband, my family, my friends, and you. And I wouldn't be able to do this alone. So those are my thoughts. I would love to hear if you have had similar experiences of where a covering on another person has simply not allowed you to connect with them. And I'd love to hear your advice on what you think I should do about this. All the best, everyone. Bye-bye.